Have you ever felt misunderstood? Have you faced a challenge that seemed impossible? Do you question why some people charge through any obstacle while others stall? What if the undeniable key to conquering your greatest struggles, to truly becoming the force you were meant to be, hides in plain sight? What if it demands you unleash a primal part of yourself, a part society often tells you to bury? Today, we rip back the curtain on a profound, electrifying truth. To truly be a hero, you first need to be a monster. If you are harmless, you are not virtuous. You are just harmless. Feel the jolt of that statement. It shatters our comfortable notions of what good means. For too long, we have been fed a soft narrative. Be gentle, be agreeable, avoid conflict at all costs. But what if that seemingly righteous path actually leaves you exposed, seething with quiet resentment, utterly unprepared for the savage realities of life? Today, we are tearing into two explosive perspectives on this monster within. A deep, raw psychological understanding of acknowledging your dark side, and a ferocious, action-driven approach to unleashing that internal strength for unyielding success and unstoppable resilience. By the end, you will see why fusing these two forces is absolutely essential for true dominance in your own life. Let us ignite this journey with the deeper, more philosophical side of this idea, forged in the brilliant mind of analytical psychologist Carl Jung. Jung shattered conventions with his concept of the shadow, the untamed, unconscious aspect of your personality. It is every raw impulse, every fierce desire, every potent capacity for harm, even your explosive, unfulfilled potential that you suppress. Jung declared that the goal is not to execute the shadow, but to integrate it, to drag it into the burning light of conscious awareness. It is not so much to cast them away, it is to transmute them. Think about it. When you try to crush these darker impulses, they do not vanish. They fester, they mutate, erupting in toxic ways. Passive aggression, simmering resentment, unexpected explosions. Individuals who have not integrated their shadow are often shockingly naive. They are magnets for manipulation, destined to feel victimized. And because they do not grasp the darker currents of human nature, including their own, they become bitter when the world refuses to be their playground. But someone who has integrated their shadow, they are utterly transformed. They possess a controlled, almost magnetic power. They are, as the quote thunderously suggests, dangerous in a martial arts sort of way. They wield the capacity for destruction, for asserting their will with decisive force. But because they have wrestled with and mastered this capacity, they do not need to constantly unleash it. Their very presence, their implicit potential for havoc, acts as an unbreakable shield. This is not about endorsing cruelty. It is about owning the capacity for it, under your ironclad conscious control. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche explored in his piercing concepts of power and will, true strength is not the absence of dangerous instincts, but their absolute mastery and strategic deployment. A rabbit is harmless, and thus possesses no virtue. It simply lacks choice. A lion, capable of tearing anything apart, choosing to rest peacefully, that is virtue. It holds immense power, but exercises supreme restraint. This is the core, undeniable insight. If you are a monster, and you do not act monstrously, then you are truly virtuous. You must first be that monster. You must stare into your own abyss. This is why our most gripping heroes, from Batman to Harry Potter, are often stained, haunted, or possess a dark current they must perpetually rein in. They are powerful not despite their flaws, but often precisely because they have wrestled their inner demons to the ground. This perspective also violently reshapes our understanding of responsibility. In our modern era, we are often force-fed a sugary diet of rights and impulsive freedom. Follow your bliss. Do what makes you happy. While these slogans are not inherently evil, they leave a cavernous, aching void, because, as the transcript emphatically states, there are no rights without responsibilities. Meaning, true unwavering resolve, and profound resilience in life are not found in fleeting pleasure, but in embracing crushing responsibility. For your existence, your family, your community, and for ruthlessly pursuing truth. This is how you forge the internal steel to withstand life's inevitable, brutal blows. And perhaps the most gut-wrenching aspect of integrating the shadow. If you are not capable of cruelty, you are absolutely a victim to anyone who is. True safety does not emerge from being rendered toothless, but from possessing a controlled, formidable capacity for power. It is only when you grow teeth, when you finally grasp your own devastating potential, that you can genuinely respect yourself and demand respect from others. This terrifying journey, as Jung warned, means facing that your own shadow reaches all the way to hell, forcing you to confront humanity's capacity for unspeakable atrocities, and critically, your own. Without this chilling understanding, control is utterly impossible. Now, let us blast forward to the action-oriented monster, a mindset of unyielding drive and relentless, surgical pursuit of your goals. This is not about abstract philosophy alone, but about manifesting that integrated, primal power in the white-hot forge of the real world. You should be a monster, an absolute monster, and then you should learn how to control it. This perspective roars that the common advice to be soft, to shrink from competition, to take a back seat is catastrophically wrong. To dominate in life, to achieve anything monumental, you need to be an absolute monster. And then, yes, master that untamed ferocity. This monster is not just about inner peace. It is about forging a mental toughness that demands success. It is about growing those mental teeth that propel you beyond wishing and hoping, straight into making things happen, no matter what. You carry yourself with a different level of primal confidence. This is not about being overtly aggressive 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is about radiating a quiet, unshakable conviction that screams to the world, I will not stop. I am going to assess the situation, forge a plan, and I am going to execute. I am built for this. This monster plays offense, not defense. It stands up, arches its back, and cultivates a doggedness, an unbreakable toughness. And how do you develop that? Through brutal practice. Not by surrendering when you are tired. Not by pausing when you do not feel like it. Not by collapsing when it gets challenging. Life does not care if you are tired or if it is challenging. This mentality demands you get at it, to unleash that dog within you. It is about willingly foregoing rest, comfort, and immediate desires to be undeniably better than you were yesterday. It is the mindset of an athlete pushing past their breaking point, an entrepreneur battling through countless failures, a student devouring knowledge into the darkest hours. As Angela Duckworth details in her explosive book Grit, this relentless perseverance and burning passion for long-term goals is a far more powerful predictor of success than mere talent alone. When that insidious voice tells you to quit, you rip back every hour, every day you sacrificed. You fight and fight until you cannot fight anymore, relentlessly seeking a path to break through, to win, to deliver that crushing telling blow. This monster inside of you does not give up, does not give in, does not throw in the towel. Failure is not a dead end. It is merely a checkpoint. It screams that you set the bar high enough. You actually welcome it because it forces you to adapt, to innovate, to figure it out. This is about being uncommon amongst the uncommon, constantly shattering your limits, and understanding that even when you believe you have given everything, you have only just begun. So we have unleashed two incredibly potent facets of the monster within. The philosophical monster screams for inner mastery, understanding and integrating your shadow to forge true virtue, unshakable self-respect, and controlled power. It is about confronting your full spectrum of capacity, including the darkest aspects, so you can choose formidable strength and profound peace over naive weakness. The action-oriented monster is about relentless drive and external conquest, cultivating mental toughness, refusing to quit, and playing offense in life to seize your goals. It is about channeling that formidable inner strength into undeniable, tangible results. These are not separate paths. They are two sides of the same unstoppable coin, creating a terrifyingly powerful synergy. You integrate your shadow so you can control the fierce drive and relentless push without becoming genuinely destructive or burning out. You develop that doggedness and mental teeth because you understand that true virtue is not harmlessness, but controlled power. The profound self-respect gained from confronting your own dangerous capacity fuels your unwavering demand for success and your absolute refusal to quit. This is the ultimate blueprint for an integrated hero in the modern world. Not someone flawless, but someone who commands their full spectrum of human potential, both light and shadow, and channels it with brutal discipline and unyielding purpose. It is about becoming formidable and then choosing to wield that immense power for good, for growth, for breakthrough. So for you, the crucial, burning questions are: what aspects of your inner monster do you need to acknowledge and integrate? And how can you unleash that controlled, relentless power to seize everything you truly desire in life?